Good evening, children. So, may I know who is there? Vishal. Good evening. So, who else is there? There are more. Sachil Ansan. Good evening. So, shall we start the lesson? Now we are in log functions. Log functions. We started log functions not last day, the day before, right? And the things, the computations we are doing with log functions are based on some rules. There are Vimutu. Good evening. There are 7 rules. 4 of them you have seen in the OLS also, and there are 3 new rules also. Anyway, I'll remind them. Log rules. You don't need to write out them. Basic log rules are these: log ax plus log ay equals log axy. Number 2, you have minus log ax, so that will be equal to log a1 over x. Number 3, log ax minus log ay equals log ax over y. And the 4th rule of the basic rules, main rules, log a x to the power y equals y log ax. These are the 4 rules that you have seen in OLS also. Sandali, good evening. Then the new rules are number 5, log AB. Changing the base, it will be like inverted or go to the reciprocal. Log AB equals 1 over log BA. Rule number 5. Rule number 6. Log AB into log BC equals log AB BC equals log AC, right? Here it is log AB equals 1 over log BA. And finally, log AB into log BC into log CA equals 1. Right? So these are the basic for the log rules, right? Or 7 log rules. And last day we learned how to apply them. We did around up to now question number 6, sixth sum in the tutorial. If I'm not mistaken, we did up to 6. Then I gave for homework from the 7 onward. Am I correct? So we have to discuss from the 7. Tatak gala දැනගෙන යන්න. මේවා අමාරු වැඩ නෙමෙයි. Have you done this? I think you have to just check your answers with me, right? Okay, the question numbers? Amaru ne manada? Sandali, Vimutu, you have me no? Oh, very nandala ne? Ini saya nandala. Moga man nam kiyanada bayal. Atara dene da tinne. Pachilai. Tagatti. So what are the, say, the hard ones out of 16? Other building Amaru. I'll discuss all of these, but I just want to know how far you could do them. Yeah, I'll start from number 7. Question number 7 is very easy. Cute. Question number 7. You are given A equals log P Q Q equals log Q R square. C equals log R P to the power 4. You have to show that ABC equals 24. You need only 1 minute for this. 1 minute is enough for this. Find ABC. ABC is this log P Q to the power 3 into log Q R to the power 2 into log R P to the power 4. Now we can use some rules. So this power will come forward. Come here 3. This will come here 2 log the QR. This will appear here 4 log the R to the power E P to the base R. So this will be written as 3 log base P Q 2 log base Q R 4 log base RP. So finally it's 3 into 2, 6, 6 into 4, 24 into log PQ log QR log RP. And we have a rule PQ QR RP is equal to 1. So that's all 20.1. So it's 24. That is very simple. You can do it in 2 minutes, maximum 2 minutes. ඔන්න සතිය තිස්සේ කාට හරි හදාගන්න බැරි වුණා නම් ඔන්න දැන් තමන්ගෙන් මම ගන්නවා. ඇයි මට මේක හදාගන්න බැරි වුනේ කියලා. It's so easy. Then number 8. How about number 8? Anybody done question number 8? Washada Deeman. Good evening. Number 8. Any success? Anybody? Anybody read number 8? ඔකලුන්ගේ මොනවද ටෙස්ට් පේපර් 1 මම මාක් කරලා ඉවරයි දැන් ගොඩක් දවස් එක මාක් කරලා these days I'm marking test answers for test paper 2 දෙකම එකට ගත්තා කලෙක්ට් කරගත්ත කමන්නේ තව දවස් දෙක තුනක් යයි මට to finish test paper number 2 මොකද ඒ අතරේ 2021 ළමයින්ගේ papers තියෙනවානේ ඒවට තමයි කොච්චර නැත්නම් වැඩි තැනක් දීලා තියෙන්නේ ඔකලුන්ගේ බලන අතරේ හරි තව දවස් දෙකක් විතරයි ටෙස්ට් පේපර් 2 ටෙස්ට් පේපර් 1 එක ඔයගොල්ලෝ වෙනම ගන්න ඕන නම් ඇවිල්ලා ගන්න දෙකම එකට ගන්න ඕන නම් තව ටික දවසක් ඉන්න දබ්බන සඳ වෙනකොට අපිට ඩිස්කස් කරන්න පුළුවන් ඩිස්කස් කරනවා නම් ඔයගොල්ලන්ට මාත් එක්ක කතා කරන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්න තියෙනවා අඩුපාඩු වැරදි ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවා හැම නේද මේ විදිහට කරන්න නැතුව අපිට අර Google Meet වීඩියෝ මීට් එකක් දාගෙන කරන්න පුළුවන්. එතකොට ඒ වෙලාවට ලයිව් ඉන්න බැරි ළමයින්ට තමයි ප්‍රශ්නේ. එමුත් එක රෙකෝඩ් කරලා දාන්න වෙනවා. මම ඔයගොල්ලන්ට කියන්නම් අද පන්ති වල ඉන්න කලින්. රයිට් එහෙම වුණොත් ලබස් සතියේ ක්ලාස් එක මේ විදිහට YouTube නෙමෙයි අපි Google Meet එකේ දාලා මට උතර ඔයගොල්ලන්ට මගෙන් අහන්න පුළුවන් දේවල් මටත් ඔයගොල්ලන්ගෙන් අහන්න පුළුවන්. අඩුපාඩු එක එක්කෙනාගේ වැරදි මට පෙන්වලා දෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඔයගොල්ලෝ කරලා තියෙන වැරදි ඩිස්කස් කරන්නත් හැබැයි right ඒක YouTube එකට දාලා වැඩක් නැහැ කාටවත් ප්‍රයෝජනයක් නැහැ පන්ති ළමයි අර අනිත් අයට මම මේ YouTube දාන්නේ ළමයි ලංකාව පුරාම ඉන්න ළමයින්ට බලන්න පුළුවන් විදිහට ඒක දාලා වැඩක් නැහැ පේපර් එක කරලා නේද right අපි බලමු මම අද දවසේ ඉවරෙන් කලින් මොනවද කියන්නේ right question number 9 මොකද උත්තරය question number 9 question number 8 rather nobody could do that question number 8 you are given that log a over y minus z it is just given log a without mentioning the base right base is not mentioned that means it can be anything for the base right base can be anything but it has to be the same for all the parts some base log a over y minus z equals then log b over z minus x. Here again the base is not mentioned. That means it has to be the same as in the other one. Again the same base to the same base. Log z equals over x minus y. You asked to show that if is equals 1. Nobody could do that. කාටවත් බැරි නේද? question number 8. තමන් පොඩි උදව්වක් දෙනවා ඊට පස්සේ විනාඩි 3ක් දෙනවා 3ක් 4ක් දෙන්න කරන්න you can start by say getting this be equal to something to connect them so let this be equal to some say some lambda ඔන්න උදව්වක් දුන්නා හරි මෙච්චරයි මගේ උදව්ව විනාඩි 3ක් ඇති කරගෙන යන්න ඕන ටක් ගාලා දැන් පටන් ගන්න ඉවරුණාට මට කියන්න. Just let me know as soon as you finish it. ගන්න වේගෙන් හදලා ඉවරුණාට මට දැනුම් දෙන්න. So from these two you can say log A equals lambda times y minus z. Then log A equals like a lambda y minus lambda z. Number one. From equating these two, you get log B equals lambda z minus lambda x. Then from these two, we get this has to be c. Log c. Log c equals this has to be c. Lambda x minus lambda y. And now what do we do? දුන්නම් පස්සේ විනාඩියෙන් කරන්න පුළුවන්. Just add them up on either side. 1 plus 2 plus 3. On left you get log A plus log B plus log C equals on the other side. When you have them here, this get cancelled, this get cancelled. So will this, everything will get cancelled. Give us 0. Now apply the rule here, log plus log plus log. So that is equal to log of ABC, A into B into C. This is the first rule that we have. Equals 0. Log to any base, something equals 0, then this should be equal to 1. To any base, log of 1 is 0. Done on it? So this implies ABC equals 1. Log 1 is 0. So that's all. So question number 9. Okay, shall we go to question number 9? Hmm? So, yeah, you are given that x, y, z are three consecutive positive integers. Hmm? X, y, z, x, y, z, three consecutive positive integers. You are asked to show that log of 1 plus x is z. It can be any base. 1 plus x is z. Base is not mentioned, so it can be anything. So the base equals 2 log y. මොකද අද කාගෙන්වත් උත්තර නැත්තේ සද්ද නැත්තේ. දැන් අහදලා නැහැ වගේ. කම්මැලි කම හිටියද? If anybody did this, can you tell me how you started it? Any success? If you have any success, can you just can you tell me how you started it? That's number 9. අද මොකද කාගෙන්වත් උත්තර නැත්තේ? ගල් ගිලලා වගේ. The main thing you log in both sides, it's cancelled. No. You can get cancelled means if you take you can take 2 in, that'll give y square. Get cancelled, you will come to this from that. If you take this 2 in, then it will be log 1 plus x z equals log y squared. Cancel means then you can equate what is inside. Then you can do log of something equals log of something, but not with 2 here. But that's the key. That's the key to solve this problem. So no answer. So you can start it like this. It looks like here. It looks like x z we have to express in y. Then as Oshida says, back what is before the step before this is 1 plus x z equals y squared. Oshida again, yeah. So that's what you need to take to get x and z in y. So it's easy. X, y, z are three consecutive numbers, three consecutive integers, positive integers, consecutive positive integers. Therefore, you can say you can express x and z in y. So x equals y minus 1 and z equals y plus 1. දැන් මම මේක ලිව්වට උපකරණට පුදුමයිද ඒ සතියක් තිස්සේ කරගන්න බැරි වුණේ කියලා නේද? ඔයාලා ලැජ්ජා හිතෙන්න ඕනේ. Just multiply it. 118 ළඟ තියෙන්නේ 1 into 2, you get x z equals y minus 1 into y plus 1, y square plus 1, rather minus 1, difference of square. Take this to the other side. Yeah, take log on either side. So you are there. Now take log on either side. That implies log whatever the base 1 plus xz equals log to the same base y squared. So 2 can be taken forward. Log 1 plus xz equals 2 log y. So that's all. That's it. ලීසින් කරන්න පුළුවන් නේද? හැබැයි පොඩ්ඩක් මහන්සි වෙන්න ඕන. ලීසින් ගන්න හදන්න මොලේ මහන්සි කරන්න ඕන. කල්පනා කරන්න ඕන, හිතන්න ඕන. Once you find the path, things are very easy. Once you get some idea, the rest is easy. පේලි කීපයයි යන්න තියෙන්නේ විනාඩි කීප දෙකයි යන්නේ. හැබැයි මොලේ වේසවන්න ඕන. Or should you get it now? You come to log, taking log in either side. So, going the reverse way, yeah, you can express it without log. It's not cancelling log, right? Cancelling log. It's like you are equating what is inside log. Okay, question number 10. A square plus b square equals 8ab. Right. Question number 10. You are given a square plus b square equals 8ab. And you are asked to show that log to the base 10, log a plus b to the base 10 minus half log a to the base 10 minus again half log b to the base 10. Yeah, equals half. So this is what you are given, and this is what you have proved. So it looks like you need some a plus b here in this question. A plus b. A b log a limit in log a plus log b. We take minus a out. We'll do log a plus log b. Take it minus half out. Log a plus log b. You can get it from this. Log of a b equals log a plus log b. So, but here we have a square plus b square. Now we need a plus b. So we'll just make it, write it in a plus b. You can do it. So you can write it as a plus b squared minus 2ab, because we need things in a plus b squared and ab. Now take this to the other side, you get a plus b squared equals 10ab. Now then we don't want to turn screen on it. Right? Now we have to take log on either side, but it's to the base 10. We'll take log on either side with base 10. So log base 10. A plus b squared equals log base 10, 10ab. The square will come out 2 log base 10 a plus b. This thing can be broken into 3 parts. Log inside the product. The product inside can be broken into 3 additions. So it can be written as log 10a plus log base 10b plus log base 10c. 10 10 log base 10 10. This is just equal to 1. Log to the base a equals 1. Log to the base 10 10 equals 1. And we will take these two terms to the other side. 2 log a plus b to the base 10 minus, which will go to the other side, not b and c, a and b, minus log a to the base 10 minus log b to the base 10 equals log 10 10 equals 1. Now just divide everything by 2. Dividing everything by 2, you get minus, the 2 will get cancelled here, and here will appear a half, another half here, another half on the other side. එච්චර අමාරු ගණන් නෙමෙයි ළමයි. පොඩ්ඩක් මාන්සි වුණා නම් හදන්න තිබුණා. Next question number 10. Now, question number 11 is about, not about, it's something connected with arithmetic series also. Arithmetic series. Do you remember? Arithmetic series, geometric series. You learn in O-levels. Katari matakada? What is an arithmetic series? And how to find its nth term and sum of first n terms. ඔහොම දේවල් ඉගෙන ගත්ත කියලා මතකද? ඕලෙල් වලදී. දැන් ඕලෙල් වල අවුරුද්දකට වැඩි ගියානේ නේ ඉස්කෝලේ ගියේ නැතුවට. Yeah, anybody remember arithmetic series? So I'll remind you before starting taking this problem. පැත්තකින් යන්න කොහොමද නැත්තම් නේද? මම හිතන්නේ මම ඔයගොල්ලන්ට ගිය සතියේ එහෙම දෙයක් කිව්වා. Then the test paper 1 I have marked everything. Now I'm marking test paper 2 your answers. Then භාගයක් කරගන්න තියෙනවා. සමහරවිට parents ලා වෙලා අරන් ගියා. your answer sheets for test paper 1. ලකුණු මම ඔයගොල්ලන්ට papers දෙන්න කලින්ම කිව්වා ලකුණු නෙමෙයි වැදගත්. හරි. අඩුපාඩු තියෙනවා මම පෙන්නලා ඇති, ලියලා ඇති. ඒවා බලලා කරන්න තියෙන්නේ අනේ මට වැරදුනානේ අනේ මට මේක කරගන්න බැහැ කියලා. ළමයා එකපාරක් පොළොවට ගහගත්තොත් අම්මා තුන් පාරක් විතර බහුර ගහගන්නවා. ඒක නෙවෙයි වෙන්න ඕන. තේරුණාද? වෙන්න තියෙන්නේ ඒක නෙවෙයි. මම පෙන්නලා ඇත්තේ අඩුපාඩු. අඩුපාඩු තියෙන්නේ ඒවා දිහා බලලා මේ කියන්නේ හොඳ ලකුණු තියනවා නම් සන්තෝෂ වෙන්නවත් අඩුවෙන් ලකුණු තියනවා නම් කනගාටු වෙන්නවත් නෙමෙයි. හරිද? මොකද ඔය ටර්ම් ටෙස්ට් වලට අර මේ ලොකු ලකුණු ගන්න ළමයි විශේෂයෙන් මේ ලෙවල් පන්තියේදී ෆස්ට් ටර්ම් ටෙස්ට් සෙකන්ඩ් ටර්ම් ටෙස්ට් වලට ලොකු ලකුණු ආවම සමහර ඔළුවුදුම ගන්නත් එක්ක. අන්තිමේ ඒ ලෙවල් එකට ගියාම S3 ගන්න බැරි තරම් මුල හරිය ටර්ම් ටෙස්ට් වලට ලකුණු ගන්න ළමයින්ට. මොකද මේ මුල හරිය පොඩි ගණන් දෙන්නේ පොඩි දේවල් දෙන්නේ පාරමිතා ටෙස්ට් කරන්නේ. ඒක එකක්. ලකුණු ගොඩක් තිබුණා කියලා උනාට සන්තෝෂ වෙන්නත් එපා. ලකුණු අඩුයි කියලා කනගාටු වෙන්නත් එපා. මේක පෙරක් කරත් කියන්නේ මම කියන්නේ. අපෝ ළමයින්ට වඩා පෙරක් කරලා බලනවා සමහරකට. මම අඩුපාඩු පෙන්නලා ඇති. ඒක සාමාන්‍යයි යා. ඒක සාමාන්‍ය සහ ස්වභාවිකයි. ඔයගොල්ලෝ කරපු පළවෙනි ටෙස්ට් පේපර් එක සමහරකට මට පේනවා අදහස තියෙනවා ලියා ගන්න බෑ. ඉතින් ඉස්තරේ ලියන්නේ මෙහෙමයි කියලා මම ලියලා ඇති. ලියා ගන්නකොට ඔයගොල්ලෝ එහෙම නිකන් වල්නත් වෙලා වගේ ලියලා තියෙනවා සෙකන්ඩ් ටෙස්ට් පේපර් එකේ එහෙම තියෙන ආන්සර්ස් වල සමහර ලස්සනට පිළිවෙත ලියලා තියෙනවා සමහර අයට මට පේන අදහස තියෙනවා ලියා ගන්න බෑ ඊට පස්සේ මිස්ටේක්ස් තියෙනවා ඒක ස්වභාවිකයි හැම ළමයාම එකම විදියට පර්ෆෙක්ට්ලි කරන්නේ නැහැ දැන් මම අඩුපාඩු පෙන්නලා තියෙනවානේ ඒ අඩුපාඩු නිවැරදි කරගන්න ඕනේ ඒකයි අවශ්‍ය ලකුණු දිහා බලලා අපිට වෙන එක හරි කනගාටු වෙන එක හරි නෙමෙයි අවශ්‍ය දේ අඩුපාඩු නිවැරදි කරගන්න ඕනේ. ඊළඟ සැරේ නොකරන්න ඕන. ආයෙ ඕන කරත් කමන්නේ නැහැ. අපි දුන්න ලකුණු 50ක් 60කට වඩා අඩු වෙන තියෙන අය මම දීලා තියෙන උත්තර දිහා බලලා ආයෙ සැරයක් කරාට කමක් නැහැ. ඒ විදිහට උත්තර ලියන්න පුළුවන්ද කියලා බලන්න. මම දීලා තියෙන හරිම උත්තරේ. අසන්නට ලියන්න ඕන විදිහ. Anyway we will discuss them right. Next week මම අද ඉවරෙන් කලින් කියන්න කොහොමද කරන්නේ කියලා. I have to think about the technical side also before right. Question number 11. I was about to remind you arithmetic series. Order maths. I think you know. Arithmetic series is something of this form. A plus first term is A, second term is A plus a constant B, the third term is plus A plus 2D, plus the fourth term is A plus 3D, likewise. This term number 1, term number 2, term number 3, term number 4, and so on. So the first rule is, the first equation you are getting here of the arithmetic series, it says T3 is A plus 2D. T4 is A plus 3D. Likewise, generally, Tn is, nth term is A plus n minus 1D. Order maths. And then the sum of first sentence is given by n over 2. There are two expressions. A plus L, the first term plus the last term, or Sn equals n over 2. If you substitute from this last term, that gives 2a plus n minus 1d, just substituting this for L. So these are the main formula or equations you find in arithmetic series. Then we can go to our question. කිව්වමත් මතක් වෙනවද? මෙහෙම එකක් කෝලල් පන්ති ඉගෙන ගත්තා කියලා. එහෙම නැත්නම් මම ඊළඟට අහන්නේ කෝලල් පන්ති හිටියා කියලා මතකද? එයා මතක නැත්නම් ඊළඟට අහන්න ඕනේ ඒක. කිව්වා මතක තුනේ නැත්නම්. Okay, now back to the problem. It says you're given some progression like this: 1 over log base 1 over log base 2 x plus 1 over log base 8 x plus 1 over log base 16x so far and so on, and you are asked to show that this is an arithmetic series. So we have to show that it's in this form. You can take it in this form. You have to show that this can be written in the form a. First term is a, second term is a plus b for some constant d. The third term is a plus 2d for some constant d, right? The next is a plus 3d. If you can express this in this form, you can see that it's an arithmetic series. So let's try to write it in that form. You take them to top. So equals, change in the base, you can take them to top. Log 2 to the base x plus log 8 to the base x plus log 16 to the base x and so on. Now you should see something now here. A plus b, a plus 2d. We can like we are getting closer to it. This is a. If this is a, we have to take this as a. Then this should be written as in terms of a. So 2 in terms of 2. So you can write this as base x 2 to the power 3. Then this can be written as base x 2 to the power 4. Then these 3, 4 will come with 16 the thing. Yes. No, it has to be 32. ඊළඟ එකේ තමයි 16 නේ. Printing mistake එකක් තියෙනවා ළමයි. ඒක හදාගන්න. This has to be 32. Sorry. ඒක කපලා හදාගන්න. This has to be 32, right? No, this has to be 32. So 2 to the power 5. Now what I will add in the current විනාඩි දෙකක් දෙන්න. දැන් try එකක් ගන්න. මම විනාඩි කිහිපයක් දෙන්නක් කරන්නකෝ බලන්න. If you identify it as an arithmetic series, you have to tell what is A, what is B. right? If it's an if you identify this as an arithmetic series, but again, what is A and what is B? Answer, right? Answer these questions. What is A and what is B? A equals 1 and equals 2. I am afraid if it is so. Oh, shut it. Will you check it? A equals 1 and equals 2. So you can write this as log base 6 to this 3 will come forward. 3 log x base 2. Maybe 8 value. Then 5 will come forward log base 6 2 and so on. So A is clearly seen. Oshad. A is clearly seen. This has to be A. This has to be A. Then the series, it is written as A plus A plus B plus A plus 2D. Then this has to be A. You have to take this as A. Now the question is, what is B? Here, this is an arithmetic series with this has to be A. A equals log base x2 and D. What is D now? You get this by adding two such terms to this. Adding Timo cannot die. Pracharek and like adding two these terms to this, you get 5 of them here. This is like some මෙහෙම ගන්නකො මේක x y කියලා ගත්තොත් y plus 3y plus 5y එහෙම එකනේ දෙන්නේ. Some other answer from Ocean now. No, ඒකම තමයි. It looks like y plus 3y plus 5y. So this is your A and D is 2y. Adding 2y, you get this. Adding 2y, you get this. So D is A is this. D is 2 times of that. A equals log base x2 and D equals 2 times of that. 2 times base x2. තේරෙනවද ළමයි? කොයි ඉන්න කට්ටිය? සචිල, විමුතු, සඳලි, ඔෂද. Got it now? This is an arithmetic series. It looks like y plus 3y plus 5y, then 7y, 9y, right? Right, Sandri. Then find the sum of the 10 terms. So S10 is equal to, I can use this 10 over 2, 2 times A plus 10 minus 1 B. So let's substitute OA and D 5 times 2 into A. A is this log x2 plus 9 times B. B is this 2 log x base x2. Total is 18 and 20. 20 log x2 with this 100 log 2 to the base x. That is the answer. Okay, Sachira. Now you can try the next. Before that, maybe I have to remind something about geometric series also. Okay, then I'll remind you about geometric series. ඔෂද තේරුණා නේද වැරද්ද? Okay. Divide. No, you can't divide, Oshad. You can take log x2 out. Still log x. You can't divide. Dividing, you are changing the series, but you can take it out. You can take log x2 out. That can be done. Not dividing, okay? Dividing, you will make it disappear. Taking log 2x out, it's then correct. Anyway, we go to the next question. Geometric series. පැත්තකින් ලියා ගන්නකොට ඒක අනුමත වෙලා ඇතිනේ. Geometric series is a series of this form: a plus ar plus ar square plus ar cube and so on. Here, for the previous one, we had a common difference. Here we have a common ratio. Everything is multiplied by some constant. So this gives n term. This is T1, T2, T3 is AR square, T4 is AR cube. Generally, Tn is AR n minus 1. And the sum of the sentence is given by, we have to do this, a times without the proof. You can write r to the power n minus 1 over r minus 1. So that's the expression for the sum of the sentence. Sum of the sentence. Hari. ඔය ටික ලියාගෙන මම පොඩ්ඩක් වෙලා දෙන්න ගන්න try එකක් ගන්න. Question, next question. That is question number 12. Try question number 12. වැඩි වෙලා ගන්න බෑ. විනාඩි 4ක් මේක ලියාගන්න ඊට පස්සේ විනාඩි 4යි. Isn't there any other equation which we use when R changes? If you want, you can switch these two. This one. If you want, you can switch both the numerator and denominator, the terms in this. 1 minus R n over 1 minus R will be the same. Switching them, first it will be minus, switching the numerator, again changing this, it will come back to the same, right? The other thing is, usually we use this if R is greater than 1. So you get a positive value here and a positive value here also. Normally, if R is less than 1, we can go to this. No problem, you can use this even, right? But it's easy to take use this for R between -1 and +1. For a decimal value of R, we usually use this. If R is like less than -1 or greater than +1, we can go to this. It's not a rule, right? It's just for convenience. Why? Take a sulu there. A minus B over C minus D. This is the same as B minus A over B minus C. They are the same. You can take -1 out here, right? B minus A, again -1 out, and write B minus A. This minus values will cancel. So this is equal to this. That's what we are doing here. We change both the denominator and numerator. Okay. Right. If you identified it, tell me what is A and what is R. If you started, what is A, what is R for the question? Log 2x, log 4x, log 16x. So to compare the terms, you need them with the same base. The base has to be common. So 2, 4, 16, you can make them common. But here x, 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 you can take them to x, the base x, and then try to see if you can get them with the common thing term, right? Base the common. So for which you have to use the rule, changing the base. You take them, take the reciprocal of them, send to the denominator. So reciprocal, that will give 1 over log base x2, 1 over log base x4, 1 over log base x16. Now again 4 can be written as 2 squared, 1 over log x, 2 to the power 4, and 2 can be taken out, 4 can be taken out, x2, 2 will come out and make it half, 1 over log x2. This will come out and we'll make it 1 over 4, 1 over log base x2, and so on. If you want, you can take it back to the normal log. Then අපිට ඕන කෙනෙක් දෙක කරගත්තනේ. 1/2, 1 over 4. It looks like that. If you want to give it a much simpler appearance, you can take them back to top. Changing the base again. Changing the base again, you can make it much simpler. Base 2x, 2x plus half log base 2x plus 1 over 4 base 1 over 4 base 2x, and so on. Now very clearly it is seen that this is an arithmetic, it's a geometric series. It's now very clearly it's a geometric series. What is A? What is R? Width. So this is A. Of course, it has to be A. A equals log 2x, and R. This multiplied by half to get this. This is multiplied by half to get this. So the common ratio is half. R equals half. Now we have to find Sn. Because n over 2 Rn minus 1 over R minus 1. Okay, you try it. Finish it. දැන් මේ අද මේ ගණන් ටික හදලා ඉවරනාම මේ සතිය ඇතුළත ඔයගොල්ලෝ හැමෝම ආයිසරයක් ඔය ගණන් ටික හදන්න හොඳේ. මට උත්තර ලැබුණේ නැති එකෙන් පේන්නේ ඔයගොල්ලෝ ගණන් හදලා නැති බවයි. ඒ කියන්නේ දැන් බෝඩ් එක බලාගෙන ලියලා හරියන්නේ නැහැ. දැන්ට කොපියක් ගැහුවට කමක් නැහැ. ආයිසරයක් තනියම හදන්න හැමෝම. මම ওই ටිකක් වෙනස් ගණන් දීලා තියෙන්නේ. ওই ටික කරලා ප්‍රැක්ටිස් වුණොත් ඇති. You have to find the sum of first n terms. So n will remain n. R is half to the power n minus 1 over half minus 1. n over 2, this will be minus half. ඕන මේ මාර්ක කරලා දියු 1 minus half l කියලා ලියමු 1 minus half which is half will come out as 2 will give 1 minus 1 over 2 to the power n. The 2 will get cancelled. You can leave it like Sn equals n times 1 minus 1 over 2 to the power n. Where are the not NO2, AO2, not NO2. This has to be AO2. This has to be A. AO2. AO2. Oh, NO2. No, not AO2. It is A times Rn minus NO2 or Kali formula. It has to be A. It has to be A. So A is මෙතන හදාගන්න මට වැරදිලා මම Kali formula arithmetic series එකේ then this has to be then log 2x. So it has to be log 2x. So finally the answer is 2 log 2x into 1 minus 1 over 2 to the power n. It has to be A, right? It has to be A, not NO2. Then this is question number 12. We can go to question number 13. Okay, shall we go to question number 13? Lili, ඉවරද ළමයි? ඉවර නම් මට කියන්න. Okay. And shall we go to the next question? Hari? The next question you are given x equals this, y equals this, z equals this, x equals log p q r, x equals equation 13. X equals log p base p q r. Y equals log base q r p. This equals log base r p q. You have to show that x y z equals x plus y plus z plus 2. Is the question. මේකට මම උදාවක් දෙන්න මේ කොහොමද නේ? So I give some idea. You can start from left hand side. Simplify to get the other side. To start from left hand side, so it will be like x, y, z. X, y, z is log base p q r into log base q r p into log base r p q. Right? Then පොඩි උදාහරණයක් දෙනවා ඔක ඊට පස්සේ කරගෙන යන්න. Then we can write this as an addition. We have to use our rules, the rules available, right? P Q R can be written as log base P Q plus this can be written as an addition. Base P R into this can be written as Q R plus Q P into this can be written as R P plus R Q. So then you can expand it. This into this, you can expand it and make like you can't open all the pairs of brackets. Instead, we will open these two. If this provide multiply, you get PQ QR. PQ to log QR plus then this into this PQ QP. PQ into QP plus this into this PRQR plus this into this PRQP. I like this first. QP into PR. The whole thing multiplied by this. This is there by the side, right? RT plus log RQ. This is a good question. It tests how you remember the rules. We are going to use almost all the rules here. Here, look at this. PQQR. We have a rule. Remember AB, BC equals AC. So PQQR can be replaced by log PR. Q drops in the middle. PQQP. PQQP. QP equals 1 over PQ. Change in the base. This is equal to 1 over PQ, so they get cancelled and that will be equal to 1. PRQR. PRQR. We have no rule for that. Just leave it for a while. But here we have QPPR. So QPPR is QPPR. QPPR is equal to P will be dropped and tell you P will be dropped QR. අවන්න මම උදව්වක් කරා ඒක ටික ඔයගොල්ලෝ ඉවර කරන්න. මම උදව්වක් දුන්නා බලන්න කල් ඉවර කරන්න මම විනාඩි කිහිපයක් දෙන්නම්. we write them as log PR plus 1 plus PR into QR plus log QR into log RP plus RQ. So multiply PR RP multiply by this log PR RQ. Just then multiply by 1 RP plus log RQ. Then plus multiply by this PR QR log RP plus PR QR PR QR Q plus finally QRRP plus QRRQ. බලන්න හරිද කියලා. So PRRP, once you open this bracket, the PRRP which will be equal to 1, PRRQ that will be equal to PQ. මේකට කරන්න දෙන්නේ PR QRRP that will be PRRP. මෙහෙම ලියන්න පුළුවන් එකනේ. PRRP 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 QR. So PRRP gets cancelled. So it's QR. PRRQ. QRRP. They get cancelled. QRRP. There will be QP. QRRQ. That will be equal to 1. And guess what you get? This is 1 plus log PQ plus log RP plus log RQ plus QR plus PR plus log qp plus 1. Yeah. Now we are almost there. Once we have done the rules of common test करना है ना. Now we are almost there. Finally, I'll take the terms with the same base closer. Here, with base P, we have this, and this with base P. With the base R, we have these two with the same base R, and these two with base Q, and finally 1 plus 1, we have 2. So I'll erase this line. Finally, we get like log PQ, close to that I'll take log PR plus log QP and QR plus log RP and log RQ plus we have 1 and 1, it's 2. Now you get that finally. This is log P, log P, Q, log PR is log PQR plus this is log QP, log QR is log QRP plus RPRQ is RPQ plus 2. Going back to the beginning, this is X plus this is Y, this is Z plus 2. That's what you needed. Comment na to sulu karanda. Simplify it. You will get the answer. Carefully simplifying, you can get the answer. ඔය කරපු දේ තේරුණාද ළමයි? කවුද ඉන්නේ? සඳලී, විමුතු, මොෂද, සච්චිල. මට පේන්න තියෙන නම් තේරුණාද ඔය කරපු දේ? ඕකේ. ලීලි ඉරුණා මට කියන්න ළමයි. ලියාගෙන ඉරුණා මට කියන්න. Everybody tell me if you finished. Roshan. Okay, okay, good. Now tell me if you have finished writing, then we can go to the next. එයාගෙන උන්නම කියනවා ළමයි. Finished. Sandali. අනිත් අය finished. Vimatu. Right. අපි ඊළඟ ගානට යමු. That's question number then 14. Okay, question number 14. මම විනාඩි කිහිපයක් දෙන්න කියලා try එකක් දාන්න. Question number 14. Look at dt minus log dt over log ap plus log dt equals log cb minus log ca over log cb plus log ca. So that's a task. බලන්න මගේ නැති පාත් දෙන්න. Yeah. What is the main thing you noticed as you move from left to right. From left to right, what is the main thing happened? Left to right. What is the main thing happening? As you look from left to right. P dropped and C comes. Yes. Yes, Vimutu. Exactly. That's what happens. P disappears and Q like appears from nowhere. And we have to make it happen now. You have to make P disappeared and bring C from outside. So what do we do for that? So let's start from the left hand side. Yeah, if you have any idea. We have to make this P disappear and bring at the same time bring some C from outside. What do we do for that? We have a role. To make P disappear and C appears from somewhere, the rule we use is this AP. You can multiply it by, to get rid of P and to introduce C, you can multiply it by PC. So AP into PC, that is equal to AC. P disappears. What's in the middle will disappear. AP PC will be equal to AC. And then not just one term. To make it balanced, you have to multiply all the terms in both the numerator and denominator by PC. So multiply each and every term by PC, log PC. Then you are so now APBC is AC. BEPC is BC. Again APBC AC plus log BC. But this is not the answer. In the answer, we need C at the base. Everywhere we need C at the base. So you know what to do. You can make it happen. Just change the base everywhere. You can change the base, write them upside down. This will be written as 1 over log CA minus 1 over log CB 1 over log CA 1 over log CB. When taking the common denominator, you can arrange these terms. Then itu tinggal isi. And this will get cancelled, so you get the answer. Right. So 15 and 16 you can do for homework. For 15, I'll give some hint. Number 15. Number 15, you are given 2 to the power x equals in 15. Homework number 15. You are given 2 to the power x equals 3 to the power y equals 12 to the power z. To prove that xy equals z times x plus 2y. So that's the task. You have seen a similar question in similar situation in question number 8. Question number 8 also this equals that equals another one, but question number 8. එතනදී අපි ඔය සෙල්ලමම දන්නේ. If you usually if you have something not this equals that equals another thing, usually what we do is we start by letting that we then b equal to some say lambda here, say equals lambda. Then we try to connect them via lambda. Right? On my udawat dunna. You start by writing let this be equal to that be equal to the other one be equal to lambda. Then try to connect them via lambda. ඕනනම් ඒ උදව්ව පාවිච්චි කරන්න. ඕගොල්ලන්ට වෙන අදහස් තියෙනවා නම් එහෙම හදන්න. මේක පාවිච්චි කරන්න කියලා නීතියක් නෑ නේද? කැමති නම් පාවිච්චි කරන්න. ඕනනම් වෙන විදිහකට හදන්න. No problem. So the few maths lesson we can finish it there today. Okay, now we take an interval. What's the time? 6:58. Nanti kalau kamu 7:11. 15 minutes. Hari, break air then we will start with VT class in applied maths dynamics. දැන් එන්න කට්ටිය. දැන් එන්නකෝ ආපහු පටන් ගමු. Satellite nets. So VT graphs we started last day, and we learned the two principles of VT graphs. Two principles are: number one, of a VT graph, we said at any instant acceleration of the particle is given by the gradient. Gradient of the curve. Acceleration at t equals t naught. At t naught equals tan theta equals gradient tan theta. So that's the first principle we learned. Then we said the distance traveled in any time interval. Distance traveled in any time interval t1 is equal to area under the curve, area A under the curve. Distance traveled in t1 is equal to area A. Right, that's the second rule, and then we connected this with the displacement. We said the displacement, say this is t1, this is t2, this area is A, area is B. In t1, the distance traveled by distance in t1 is equal to A, and also the displacement. Also the displacement is A in t1. In t2, distance traveled is B, but the displacement is, it is not B, it has to be minus B. If the curve is below the time axis, the displacement is not equal to area, but it is equal to the negative value of the area, right? And I gave one question for homework, one sum for homework. This. This is sum I gave for homework. The diagram is this. T1, these are time intervals, T2, T3, T4, and T5. We have given velocities u, v1, and negative v2. And we name the vertices of these geometric figures, polygons O, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. That's the diagram given. And we have to find first the distance traveling each time interval, T1, T2, T3 up to T5. So distance, first the distance, right? Traveling T1. Distance traveling T1 is area OABC equals, area OABC. Right? Area OABC is a trapezium given by u plus v1 divided by 2 into t1. Trapezium. Then distance traveling T2. Distance traveling T2 is equal to area BCDE. BCDE. So that will be equal to, it's a rectangle very easily. V1 into T2. මේ දේශී ප්‍රශ්නයක් මම නිකන් කරන්නේ ඔයගොල්ලෝ අඩුපාඩු දෙනවා බලලා හදාගන්න, right? Then distance traveling T3 is equal to area DEF. It's a triangle half T3 into V1, half V1 T3. Then in T4, T5, these are triangles. Area in T4, distance traveling T4, it is FGH. Area FGH, the triangle, that's half T4 into V2. In this, in T5, again, its area GHI. That will be equal to half V2 T5. And you have to find distance traveling T2 plus T3, then T4 plus T5. Distance traveling T2 plus T3, everything. Yeah, T2 plus T3. It's again trapezium. So trapezium is area BC, BCFE, BCFE equals T2 plus, this is T2 plus T3, two parallel sides, divided by 2 into the height V1. Then distance traveling T4 plus T5 in T4 plus T5, T4 plus T5, it is the larger triangle, FGI, area FGI, it's equal to half, this is T4 plus T5 into V2, not negative V2, right? It's V2, the height is V2, the coordinate is minus V2, but the height is V2, right? In this, you don't write minus V2, distance is V2. Okay, at the bottom, then we will find the displacements also. ළමයි මේ මං අද ඔයගලන්ට VT graph ටියුට් එක දැම්මා. හැබැයි මම ඒක උදේ පාන්දරම දාන්න හැදුවා මේක වැරදි ගොඩක් දැකලා මං හැදුවා. ඒකයි දවල් උනේ මං ඊට පස්සේ තව ගමනක් ගිහිල්ලා ඇවිල්ලා ඉතුරු වැරදි ටික හදලා දැම්මේ. ඔයගලන්ට print කරගන්න බැරි වෙන්නේ නැතිනේ. ලියා ගන්න හරි. වැඩි දිනෙට print කරගන්න හරි ලියා ගන්න හරි වෙලාවක් නැති වෙන්නේ නැති. මම ඒ ගණන් දැන් බෝඩ් එකේ දාන්න කමන්නේ. Highlight the problems on the board and I need a copy now. VT graphs. Yeah. Okay. Now I have to take a copy. Now we have to find displacements. සමහර ඒවා නම් වෙනස් වෙන්නේ නැහැ. Displacements මේ ටික වෙනස් වෙන්නේ නැහැ. Distance and displacements are the same for those time intervals when you come to displacement. මම මේකේ මකලා හදනවා, but you can't do that. you have to write them again. You have to find them again. The thing is, for T1, the velocity is the graph is above the time axis, so displacement or the distance in T1 are the same. In T2, displacement and distance are the same. In T3, displacement and distance are the same. Maybe game, right? But when you come to T4, distance is the area, but displacement is the negative of the area, minus of the area because the graph is below, so the time axis, velocity is negative, the displacement has to be negative. Here in T4 and T5, they have to be negative. Negative of the negative of the area. So that's the difference. And in T4 plus T5, T4 plus T5, again it has to be minus. T4 plus T5, T2 plus T3. T2 plus T3, T2 plus T3. T2 plus T3, speed and distance and displacement are the same. But in T3 plus T4, displacement is this area minus this area. So you can't leave it like no, it's not this. Have to find in T3 plus T4. You'll find it again. T3 plus T4. It's equal to T3 plus T4 is equal to area DEF minus area FGH. DEF minus area FGH. DEF is half V1 T3 minus this one half V2 T4. That is the answer. බලන්න අඩුපාඩු තියෙනවා නම් හදාගන්න. These are the displacements, right? Answer for displacements. හරි නේද ළමයි? So now solving problems of VT graphs. Now remember that you have two tools in your hands, right? Number one, acceleration equals the gradient of the curve. That's one tool. The second is distance equals area, right? So remember that you have two tools to use, and keeping them in mind, so you have to start problems. We start by a very simple one, the simplest you can ask for. This was question given in the tutorial. I'll write it on the board. සමහර අයට තියාගන්න හරි print කරගන්න හරි වෙලාවක් ලැබෙන්නේ නැතුව ඇති. මම කොහොමද කියන්න. දෙපාර්තේ නැති අය කොහොමද බලන්න. දැන් මේ පන්ති වල නැති ළමයින් ගොඩක් බලනවා. ඒ ළමයින්ට මම පණිවිඩයක් කියන්න කැමතියි මේ PDF එක තියෙනවා ඔයගොල්ලෝ ෆෝන් එකෙන් බලන්න පුළුවන් සමහර අයට අමාරුනේ ලැප්ටොප් එකේ බලන අයට පැත්තකින් මේකයි අනිත් පැත්තෙන් මේ දෙකම ඕපන් කරගෙන බලන්න පුළුවන් ෆෝන් එකේ බලන අයට අමාරුයි මම කොහොමද ලියන්න කමන්නේ පළවෙනි ගාන දෙක පොතේ ලියාගත්තට මොකද්ද මේ පන්ති වල නැති ළමයි මේ පාඩම් බලනවානේ ඒ අයට මම කියන්න කැමතියි මේ ඔක්කොම කොහොමදත් මම පාඩම් කීපයක් දැන් මේ ඇත්තටම මේ වීඩියෝස් දාන්නේ මගේ පන්ති වල ළමයින්ට උගන්වන එක මම එහෙමම දාන එක නෙවෙයි කරන්නේ YouTube එකට මම බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා මට තියෙන වෙලාවල හැටියට ලබන මාසයේ ඉඳගෙන මේ වෙනම පාඩම් ටික පිළිවෙලකට කරන්න. එතකොට ඔය ටියුට්ස් එහෙම වුණත් මම වෙනම මේ වෙබ්සයිට් එකකට දාන්න. ටියුට් එකත් ඔයගොල්ලන්ට print කරගෙන හරි ලියාගෙන හරි එතකොට මීට වැඩිය පිළිවෙලකට කරන්න. දැන් මේ පන්තිය මේ රෙකෝඩ් කරලා දාන්නේ. එහෙම නැතුව පාඩම් විදිහට කරලා දාන්න බලාපොරොත්තු තියෙනවා. මගේ වෙලාව තියෙන විදිය අනුව මුලින් නම් පාඩම් කීපයක් මම පටන් ගන්න ඉතින් ඉන්නේ ලබන මාසයේ ඉඳගෙන සතිය දෙකක් වගේ යනකොට මීට වැඩි ක්වොලිටි එකකට කරලා දානවා. දැනට මම ක්වොලිටි එක ගැන හිතුවේ නැහැ. මගේ පන්ති වල ළමයින්ට පාඩම් කරගෙන නැහැ තියෙන්නේ. විතරයි හිතුවේ. ඉස්සක් වීඩියෝස් හදලා දාන විදිය උමනාවක් තිබුණේ නැහැ විතර ගාස්. ඒ පාඩම් අලුතෙන් කරලා දාගෙන එනකොට දැන්ට තියෙන වීඩියෝස් මම එකින් එක අයින් කරගන්නවා. මේ වැඩි පිළිවෙලකට කරලා දාන්න එතකොට ඒක හරි. Right. Question number 1. විමුතු මේම කවන්නේ ලියන්න. Question number 1. Take down the cyclist riding the bicycle at uniform velocity u in a straight track passes a post P on the track at a particular time. After the time capital T, the motorcyclist. This is question number 1. Okay, question number 1. The motorcyclist who also starts, who also rides a bike, who also rides the bike in the same track, passes the post P. Already post P at uniform velocity 3u. Sketch the VT graphs of them in the same diagram and show that the motorcyclist overtakes the cyclist. At time 3t/2, and the distance traveled by each of them by then is 3ut/2. Right. You can take it down and draw the VT graph. Mang vela denna vinadi keeper. You take it down the question and then read it. Try to figure out it. This is a very, very simple problem. We are starting with a very simple one. Figure out the question, then draw the diagram first, right? VT graph. Mang vela denna. Karagana yanno balan. Did you draw the diagram? තියෙන නම් ටික තමයි කියන්නේ. PSR එකේ නම තියෙනවා නේ. M2 PSR නේ සඳලි කවුද යෝෂා. Did you draw the diagram? What's the you have to draw VT graphs of both the riders in the same diagram. I'm still trying the diagram. You're right. And then somebody. VT graph එක දැන්දේ වෙන මොනවද? බලමු හරිද කියලා. This is a very simple problem, a simple diagram, and you can easily solve them. Not sure. You should do whatever you think is correct. That's how it is in mathematics, right? You first do something, then check. දිනදා ජීවිතයේදී වල ඒක වැඩ කරලා වෙලා හිතන්න බෑ දිනදා ජීවිතේදී. මැත්ස් වලදී ටිකක් කල්පනා කරලා අමාර කනාපාරක් ගාලා බලනවා. Then you check whether it is correct or not. If not correct, you can then correct it. You have a chance of correcting. VT graph. For the cyclist, it is very easy, right? The cyclist starts at equals 0. At some instant means that's the instant from which we observe the motion, right? For us, that's the starting time, that some instant, a particular instant. Okay, that's t equals 0 for us. So the cyclist, not the motorcyclist, the cyclist start from t equals 0 at uniform velocity u. Start from u. Velocity is u, and you are given that it's the uniform velocity. It doesn't change. So velocity doesn't change. The cyclist starts from u. Velocity doesn't change throughout the time. So the velocity will remain constant. The graph will be the straight line parallel to the time axis. This is the graph for the cyclist. Right, now we go to the motorcyclist. For the motorcyclist starts after a time capital T. after a time capital T. And with speed after a time T, yeah, not from the beginning. The motorcycle starts after a time capital T, and with the velocity 3u. With the velocity 3u. Say time is T, velocity is 3u. It's like the starting coordinate is this time axis. The coordinate is T at T. This is the coordinate along velocity axis. This is the coordinate. So this is the starting point at 3u. And for the motorcyclist also, the velocity is uniform, no acceleration. So it should run parallel to the time axis. The graph should run parallel to the time axis. A straight line parallel to the time axis. So this is how it looks like. But the thing is, at the beginning, at the beginning only the at the beginning only the cyclist starts to move, right? Uh, Starts to move. Then as the motorcyclist comes to that some force P, uh, the cyclist is like leading. There is some gap between them. There's some gap between them. Uh, with the gap, the cyclist moves at velocity u. Even though after starting a time capital T, the motorcyclist, even though after starting a time capital T, the motorcyclist speed is greater than that of the cyclist. So with a greater speed, the motorcyclist can catch up this gap, the distance. So at some instant, the motorcyclist will be able to say intercept the cyclist, say after some time, at some instant like this, after some time, say simple t, this is the instant where they meet, or overtake. So uh, intercepts, right? So we will name the important points in the diagram. OA, this is for the cyclist. OA, B, C. Then for the motorcyclist, say D, E, F. And now this is the diagram. VT graphs in the same diagram. දැන් මොකද කියන්නේ සඳලි? හරිද? අවශ්‍යද? කවුද කිව්වේ? සඳලි අවශ්‍යදයි. මොකද උනේ? Is the diagram correct? අනිත් අය ඇඳපාය මට කිව්වේ නෑනේ ඇඳ කියලා. හරි. Right. එහෙනම් උඩ පැනලා පිනුමක් එහෙම ගන්න පුළුවන්. It's good. The first diagram we drew here. Right. What about the others? And now the thing is this. We want to find this time simple t. The capital T is here, right? You have to find the total time, but this is known. We want to compute this simple t. To find the simple t, to find the time simple t, we need to derive an equation. To derive the equation, what is our argument? What is the main thing should happen for them to meet? This is a geometrical approach, right, for the problem. නිකන් කතා කරන භාෂාවෙන් කියනවා නම්, right? The natural language. What is the requirement for them to meet? The motorcyclist to intercept the cyclist physically. What is the requirement? Oh, it හැමෝම උත්තර දෙන්න. හැමෝම උත්තර දෙන්න. දෙතුන් දෙනෙක් උත්තර දාන්න. ඕ අනිත් අය මොකෝ ගල් විල්ලාවල බලන්නේ. ඔකට ඉතන ඕන දෙයක් කියන්න. The distances should be equal. What about the others? Agree or not? Or you have some other idea? Which is says the distances should be equal. The others agree or you have some other idea? Agree with Oshada or not? Agree. Emutu. අනිත් අය හැමෝම කතා කරන්නේ. නිකන් ගල් විලුවක ඉන්න එපා. ඕනේ නැහැ ඉන්න. වැරදුනාට කමක් නැහැ. Agree. සචිල සම්බලි. අනිත් අය මොකද කියන්නේ? කට්ටිය ගොඩක් ඉන්නවා. හතර පහ දෙනා උත්තර දාන්න. Agree sir, they should be equal. පියසරණි. Yeah, if everybody agrees, so how can I be against that? So I am compelled to agree. Yes, it is correct. The distances should be equal. Distances traveled by them should be equal. It is correct. But now you have to data slow නේ. ඔව් ළමයි මොකද මන්ද මේ දවස් ටිකේ data slowද මගේ computer slow වෙලාද දන්නේ නැහැ. ඕගොල්ලෝගේ එකක්ද මගේ computer මන්ද පහුගිය දැන් මාසෙක විතර ඉඳන් තියෙනවා. පොඩි ප්‍රශ්නයක් තියෙනවා. my computer බලන speed එක වැඩි කරගන්න. Right. Anyway, you say distances are equal. Right. My next question, so it is correct. So how to explain it with the diagram? Distances. I'm writing it now. Tell me then. How do you explain it with the diagram, the geometry? Then in order to meet. Distance traveled by cyclist should be equal to distance traveled by motorcyclist. So geometrically in the diagram මේ කතා කරන භාෂාවෙන් කිව්වේ ළමයි. දැන් අපි ඒක හරවන්න එපා. into mathematics. In the diagram what is it? In the diagram, distance traveled by the cyclist. Distance traveled by the cyclist in the diagram, it is areas. Yeah, areas should be equal. For the cyclist area is OABC. Area, mathematically it is this area OABC equals, for the motorcyclist it is this area CDEF. Alright. ඕක ලිව්වන් පස්සේ ඉතින් අටේ පන්ති ළමයට උනත් ඉතුරු ටික කරන්න පුළුවන්. දැන් ඉතුරු ඉවර කරන්න යනවා. You can do it now. This is the argument, right? This is the argument. Now you can easily convert it into an equation and finish. Right. So you can easily get it. Area OABC, O limits me, U into T plus T equals, the other area is 3U into T. 3U into T, you get cancelled. You get simple T equals T over 2. So the total time is T plus T. T plus T, that's T plus, simple T is T over 2. So it's 3T over 2. That's the first answer. Hmm? And the second is you have to find the distance traveled. So distance traveled by them, the distances are equal, right? So it's enough to find distance traveled by this or the other one. So can we take a point? Distance traveled by any of them is equal to distance. Distance is equal to the area of ABC. This area. So that's u into the time. Time is this 3t over 2. That's 3ut over 2. So that's the answer. It's very easy. Hmm? Right. I write the second question here. Question number 2. Nam ketikalla what's in the tutorial? I'll shorten it in about question 1. Uh, if the motorcyclist started from rest at the point P, at P, and rides at the uniform acceleration A until overtakes the cyclist. Sketch the VT graphs of them in the same diagram. Hence, find the time at which their velocities are equal. Are equal the distance between them at that instant. The distance between them that instant, number three, the time at which, yeah, motorcycle intercepts the cyclist. Motorcyclist intercepts the cyclist and its velocity at that instant. And finally, last part, the distance traveled by them during the time interval. Each of them, right? By them. අපිට ගාන සම්පූර්ණයෙන් හදන්න වෙලා නැති වෙයි. You first take it down and at least we'll draw the diagram. Take it down and draw the diagram. මම විනාඩි කිහිපයක් දෙන්න. ලියාගෙන ඉවරලා diagram එක අඳින්නකෝ. You have to show all the data in the diagram, right? All the data. අදට ඩයග්‍රෑම් එක අඳින්න ඊට පස්සේ හෝම්වර්ක් කරන්න පුළුවන් නේ දාන ඉවර. cyclist, the graph of the cyclist will be the same as in the previous problem or previous diagram. It won't change. It's only for the motorcyclist. You get a different graph. Yeah, for the cyclist, it will be the same graph at speed u, uniform velocity, so it will be parallel to the time axis. The graph parallel to the time axis. Then, uh, for the as for the motorcyclist starts from zero at the same instant, right? At the same instant, uh, ඔකොල්ලෝ ගත්තේ කොහොමද ළමයි? motorcyclist starts at equal 0 at after time capital T. මට ඒක කියන්න අමතක වුණා. I meant it from 0 at the same instant. මට ඒ වචනේ ලියන්න අමතක වුණා. At the same instant. The motorcyclist, that's how it's given in the question, right? Yeah. For the motorcyclist, not like in the previous one, motorcyclist also starts at the same instant, right? From t equals 0, right? T equals 0, so the graph, it starts from 0, t equals 0, and velocity equals 0. Start from this instant, but traveling at constant, riding at constant acceleration a, constant acceleration. So it should be a curve like this, a straight line. It's a straight line. So this is the instant where the velocities are equal. Velocities are equal, say after some time t1, time interval t1, velocities are equal. First part is about that when the velocities are equal. The second part is about when they meet. The meaning when they meet, say they meet at some instant like this. Say after time another time t2. So the diagram will look like this, but we have to mark another thing. We don't know the velocity of the motorcyclist at this instant. Take some v1. And this is the diagram. හරි නේද ළමයි? ඔකොල්ලෝ homework වලට ගාන ඉවර කරන්න. හරි නේද ළමයි එහෙනම්? ඩයග්‍රෑම් එක ඉඳගන්න පුළුවන් නේ? අපි එහෙනම් අදට උතනින් නවත්තමු. Hmm? So next week, then for pure maths we will finish log functions and then start modulus function or the absolute value function next week. And for applied maths, we will be continuing with more and more problems, examples uh, of VT graphs, and sometimes we will take past paper problems also, right? From 2000, year 2000, questions from past papers for this section, right? VT graphs. හරි. එහෙනම් අදට ඔතනින් නවත්තනවා ළමයි. ඔයගොල්ලෝ හැමෝටම good සරණයි and good night also.